Hi, hello, and welcome yet to another episode of my podcast, the Bold Web Podcast. My name is Falda, and thank you so much for joining me. The week is coming to an end, and I hope you had a lovely week. I hope you made some new friends. I hope you were able to reach the targets or the goals of your week. And I just want to wish you a lovely weekend as we dive into this video. So, don't forget to like and subscribe and drop a comment of what you would want to know more about. So the topic we are going to be discussing today, I think this is a topic that is mainly overrated when it comes to social media, or the people we're listening to, these constant listening into TikToks for, that kind of advice. So I want to break it down for you in a way that is understandable to you and myself. So welcome aboard, and let's get right started. So the topic today is called investment, but investment down to a personal level when it comes to investing in yourself. Now, if you are in a pursuit, career pursuit, relationship pursuit, pursuit of mending your relationship with your family, this is something that is crucial to do before you start doing it for everyone else. That's why you always hear people say that do not fill other cups before yours is filled, because this is only going to lead you to a burnout. Right? Now, if you are on this journey, one thing that you should be reminded is to invest in yourself. Invest in yourself in a way that you will feel like you love yourself again, yeah? Like everything makes sense to you, your goals, your career, your marriage, your relationship, things like that. And of course, investing in yourself will help you ease yourself when it comes to entering into any other path that you want to pursue as a person. Now, let's first break it down to which aspects of your life you're supposed to invest into, right? I'm not going to sit here and tell you that invest into your hair, your makeup, because at the end of the day, you may invest in that and you still don't feel like yourself, that constant need to do something different that is outside yourself. All this changes within. So first and foremost, invest in your energy. Now, this energy revolves around things that we do every other day when it comes to talking to people, when it comes to how you speak to yourself, the people you surround yourself with. And of course, you know me, I had to have my book so that I give you the right notes that you need. And when it comes to that, it also comes to investing in your own health, right? How many hours of a day do you sleep? How well do you function, and on how many hours do you function on? Personally, I always try to get in bed by 10 p.m. because I know I have to be up very early, and at least I know that if I wake up at 5 or 5:30, I am well rested and I'm going to be able to face the day. And also, investing in yourself comes into things like eating, right? Are you eating right? And when it comes to this, I would say myself, I don't usually like to have breakfast, right? Because when I have breakfast, I'm going to have a sluggish morning. My stomach is going to be feeling full, so I literally don't have breakfast. So I end up pushing it for like lunchtime or some other time, so that at least my energy is up there. I can be able to do everything that I need to do. And also, this investing in your energy comes down to, what are you investing your spare time in? Are you chasing any hobbies? If you love art, are you doing anything about it? Are you joining art clubs? Are you going to art galleries? If you're someone who wants to build your social life, right? Or your social capital, where are you placing yourself? You should start looking at clubs like Rotary. Now, this is a very good club, Rotary and Rotaract. All you have to do is to go and listen in, and at the end of the day, you're going to meet people that you wouldn't have normally met on your day-to-day activities or your day-to-day life. Like, you'll be able to talk to these big CEOs if they are in your Rotary club, and they'll be able to give you some mentorship and guidance. Then also, some people just feel recharged every other time when they spend time with their loved ones, right? Maybe it's friends, maybe it's family, maybe it's your boyfriend, maybe it's your girlfriend. So that is what you should use your spare time to do and invest energy in, specifically that. Now, that is one aspect of why you need to invest in yourself. And moving forward, you need to invest in personal growth and education. Guys, no one is born intelligent, right? But in most cases, when you interact with new people or when you make a new friend, you always feel like they are intelligent because what they know of, you do not know. So when they start to tell you about their day-to-day life, things like that, you may feel a little dumb, but that's not true, because what they know of life is not what you know of life. And in most cases, as young people, right, who have mainly just finished school, you always feel like you are overwhelmed with even opening a book. So you don't even invest in your knowledge, right? And let me tell you, the things that you know or have known till this day are because maybe your experiences, your family background, and what you studied at school, and the people you've met along the way. And that accumulates to like 0.1%, right? And there's so much out there that you don't know about. You don't know about what is happening anywhere. You don't know about, for example, let's give a simple example of your career. You are complaining every other day, but you don't know everything that is there in your career. You don't even know what you need, the steps you need to take in order to get there. So you need to look at such small aspects, and that's why you invest in your education and knowledge. This could be through maybe joining these. There are so many online schools right now, and a special shout out to one of my friends called Robert, who is currently running TechLift Academy. And all you have to do is to sign up, get a certificate about digital marketing. I mean, these things may not feel like to you at the moment, it may feel like you do not need them. But let me assure you, someday, sometime, you're going to interact with someone and they're going to ask you about something. They may be in need of someone to do something for them. And they'll only get to know that you're the person if you can say something about it. So please invest in your education, invest in your mind and your personal growth. And personal growth is wide, so I won't specifically narrow down in that. But we are looking at it right now, one of the aspects, and that's investing in yourself. And moving forward, of course, you have to invest in your financial security, right? You cannot live a day-to-day life and all the money you're getting, you're spending it, right? You must be able to set up something that you can call your emergency fund. This is even separate from a savings account. It is an emergency fund that you can get from money to when you're having an emergency. Let me say you get sick someday, or maybe a friend needs something someday, a friend you trust, of course, and a loved one, and you can have this money to get. Be reminded that this is different from a savings account. Now, one thing that can also help you grow your emergency fund is investing this money in stocks. I know many of us have heard about stocks, but we really don't know what is entailed in this conversation, right? And that is a conversation for another day. But please invest in stocks. This could be bills and bonds, and any other thing that you can be able to handle. There are so many smaller groups where you can start with 100,000 Ugandan shillings, or easier way, you can try to join these money circles, right? I'm sure most of us have heard about them. Probably some of our mothers are in them, probably some of our friends, and in this circle, at least you get the money after some time and it has accumulated. That way you can get that large sum and put it wherever you so desire to put it. Yeah, that's investing in your financial security. And most importantly now is what I'm going to talk about: investing in your relationships. And this comes onto you as a person, right? First of all, one thing that we should be reminded is human is to error, right? Do you know why there's so much deviation when it comes to friendship relationships and family relationships? It's because at the end of the day, you know that you were bonded to your family by birth, but friends, you feel like you don't need to do the same for friends when it comes to the way you treat them, because you've met them along the way and you have this notion of people come and go. Well, people come and go, but then people mean so much to you, right? In that moment of time. So you just can't, I don't know, shut the door and move on because growth calls you, da 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 da. My life is short, yeah? If you find someone who you treasure, do the best for them, to keep them, treat them like a sister, because every other day, all of us have issues with our siblings, right? You're fighting over this, she did this, da 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 da. So why do you not carry the same mindset to your friendships? And also, this comes down to you as a person. Most of us don't want to do the self work when it comes to relating with other people. And if you're that kind of person, this is not only going to affect you in your friendships or your family life or your relationships with your boyfriends and girlfriends, it is going to affect you when it comes to your career. Reason being, the fact that you fail to relate with the closest people around you, it is going to be hard for you to relate with those now who you just have to work with, right? Because you always have these notions of, me, I don't do this, I don't do this. Well, that is having a fixed mindset. Yeah. In most cases, this is seen in relationships. You're dating someone and they don't want to communicate, but they always say something like, I'm just that way. Well, that's not true. You're not that way. And the fact that you're not doing better for the person that you're with in the moment of time means that you are not worthy being valued, right? You have to attach some value to yourself. Huh? And this is also some of the ways you can attach value to yourself. Invest in your knowledge. Lately, people don't want to do that. So if you do it, you're going to stand out. Invest in the way you communicate to people, the way you handle your emotions with and without people. So that way you are going to be a better person, not only for yourself, but to also the people around you. They're going to find it easy to relate with you. You know, there is this thing that happens usually in workplaces, yeah? Sometimes someone who is underqualified is given a very big role in a company, not because of their qualifications, right? But because of the way they relate with the bosses. They are super friendly, they want to help out here and there. And that way, it is hard to fire someone like this than you who is 100% committed to just doing your tasks and leaving. Because at the end of the day, no one knows you. And if no one knows you, no one is going to trust you. So you need to be open. So what if things haven't gone right in the past? Forget and move on. Like, yo, guys, you can't be throwing away life just because you want to be buried in your emotions and this safety space. Forget. Life moves on. And lastly, maybe second last, is one aspect that we also have to look at that entails investing in your personal environment, right? If you're someone who loves your space, you love flowers, invest in it. If you're someone who loves the way you look, your clothes, invest in your clothes. You love your hair, buy some hair products, get some, I don't know, nice haircuts. Slowly by slowly, these things are going to make you feel good about yourself, right? Because every other day you'd want to maybe go and chill in your bedroom. There's this beautiful scent that is just filling the room. There are these scented candles. Maybe it's time for you to take a shower and you have a nice shower gel or a nice shower routine. You're always going to be looking up to this time. And when when you're done with that activity, you're going to feel so refreshed. Sometimes the things that make you happy, that must make you happy, should be in the little moments that you're living in your day-to-day life. Like finishing an assignment, you should be proud of yourself, because many are not, many are procrastinating, and some are being fired because of this very reason. So invest in that. And also, this also entails investing in technology. I know this sounds funny, but technology has come. Most times when you encounter people and you tell them you did the work using AI, they're going to laugh about it, right? Because they've still not yet embraced the fact that technology is here and it's supposed to make you productive and move faster in your work. If someone does something using AI, maybe you have a short research work to do, and AI just helps you narrow down the search bases that you're supposed to go on personally on Google and click. It just narrows down the work. So if someone does that and they get their research and they're done in time, someone who hasn't is going to think that this person is lazy. But that does not mean that. This person has just used social media or leveraged technology to be more faster in whatever they do. So that is one thing that is going to make your everyday life easy, or even your time going to spare you some more time to do some other things that you aren't currently going to do. And I don't say this to tell you to be lazy or to do something. Of course, you have to do something at the end of the day, because you'll hand in the report, you'll hand in that work, and someone will ask you about it. And if you don't know anything, you'll just end up looking funny, right? And lastly, is tapping into your creative side. And this goes back to what I talked about earlier, your hobbies. Some people love painting, some people love weaving, some people love baking, some people love maybe going to the gym. And if that's your creativity, use it and just use it, beautify it, like let it be that thing that you look forward to do at the end of the day, you know. So I hope you have learned something new about investing in yourself that is not related to just material things, but has to do everything. It has everything to do with the inner work. And most importantly, guys, before I forget, the most important one, the one I should have started with, is invest in your time with God. You don't know how much you need that big guy up there. You really do. Life sucks, life gets hard, but if you have him, if you have this good communication with him, it is going to help you. Now, this is just a side note that I wanted to share. Most of the time, you ask yourself, most so when you're off the path of like pursuing God, yeah, you ask yourself sometimes, like, God, talk to me. But God actually talks to you in those daily things that you do, through your intuition, through your thoughts. So if you're someone who is not invested in pursuing the relationship you have with God, it's going to be hard for you to listen to such things that come within yourself. And that is how we end up going to around asking everyone around ourselves, and they just tell us their perspectives, what they think is right. But at the end of the day, you know what's right for you, and you just have to come back to yourself and speak to yourself and your Lord. So thank you so much for watching this episode. I hope you have learned something new, and I hope you're going to invest your time in a very good way that's beneficial to you and the people around you. And have a lovely weekend. Go be I don't know, go do anything that you love to do, but take care of yourself, because when we lose you, the world will move on. But you take care of yourself.